Loonicorns, welcome back to my channel, Thrive with Lou. If you are new here, my name is Luena. I'm a musician, a teacher, a healer, manifesting my best reality. Let's be friends on all the social networks. Go ahead and follow my handle. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Voicey. One of my favorite is Voicey because you can put cool effects on your voice and record to like beats that are up on the site. It's pretty sick. And be sure to check out my Vocal Warmies Friday, every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I give you a vocal warm-up for free. And I give you tips and tricks on how to become a stronger singer. You can search all of my original music on all major streaming platforms. Just search Anna Luna. All right, so today is Tuesday. That means it's Best Teacher Ever. Where I give you my tips and tricks on how to be the best music teacher in the world. Okay, so today's episode is about teaching difficult people, all right? We've all had that student who was just like, you wanna just shake them. And these people can be tough. You know, we've all been there. We've all been in a situation where your student was really trying your patience, shall we say. As a teacher, going into it, because this applies for, you know, more than just music. Whatever type of teacher you are, this can apply to you. But basically, considering your student, you have to remember that everyone is different. Every student is different.
And different.
Okay? They all have their own special requirements. They all have their own personality, likes, dislikes, the way that they do things, the way that they learn, the way that they receive information, and the way that they handle themselves, right? Some people are approachable. Some people are standoffish. Some people are insecure. Some people are shy. Everybody's different. Okay? And just because they're different doesn't necessarily mean that they are difficult, right? Because there are like genuinely difficult people, but I feel like there's always everybody has a backstory. There's always like some reason that they're having a moment with you. You know what I mean? So it's funny, like for me, I've never really had a student that I couldn't work with. Literally. I've told you stories before. I jumped ahead too soon with a student. Like I pushed her too hard. I've never had a student that was just genuinely didn't want to learn from me. You know what I mean? That leads me to my other tip. It goes hand in hand with every student is different, right? Because every lesson you're creating to accommodate that individual student, okay? And every lesson is a new day with that person. You have to keep in mind that no matter how old or how young, everybody can have a moment. Everybody can have a day that just wasn't working out for them. And maybe you happen to have your lesson on that day with that person. So the way that I navigate through my students' emotions and stuff like that is by creating a comfortable atmosphere for them to be themselves. So when they come in, I know my student through and through. I know them by the first or second lesson. Like I don't know their entire life story, of course, but I almost could tell you their favorite color. Like that's how quickly I can break down and read my student, because my goal is to deliver to them the best lesson and best experience possible. So it is my job to get to know these people, to figure out who they are, what they like, what they don't like, blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? When you create an environment that's comfortable, where you guys have a common ground, you know each other, you can communicate openly, dealing with difficult moments is a lot easier. Difficult people, right? I say difficult moments instead of difficult people because I don't feel like people are just difficult. I think they just have moments, you know? So if you find yourself yourself in a difficult moment with somebody, if you've made an atmosphere where they're comfortable, they're probably going to tell you what's eating them up. They're probably going to tell you what's bothering them, and then you can work through that together. I've told you guys before about the importance of switching it up and being able to kind of go with the flow as far as your plan goes. Like when I go into a lesson with a student, I know what I want to work on with them. I know what I want to accomplish with them, but the way that we get to that destination can be different roads every time. It just depends on the day, it depends on the student. Keep in mind that every student wants encouragement. They want acceptance. They want your support. They want you to believe in them and encourage them. They want you to understand them as a person. You know, like for kids, maybe you could be one of those teachers that makes a difference for the better in their life. We all can remember at least one teacher in our life who went above and beyond all of those other teachers because they literally poured into us and changed our lives in some way. And you can be that for your student. You know, they want that encouragement. They want that understanding. Maybe they are not getting that from anybody else but you. You never know, but you could be that like blessing for them. And lastly, I wanted to talk a little bit about different learning challenges. I know some people, it's like a hard subject because, you know, you have teachers that are specifically trained to deal with different learning challenges like autism or dyslexia, different ones like that, right? So, you know, this is part of the conversation that you have with the student when you're evaluating them. You figure out if there are any learning challenges that they have and figure out how they've, you know, gotten around those and how they've embraced them and how you can use their challenges as something to make them stronger. Like for instance, when I first moved to California, I had a swimming student who had autism, and the way that I would teach him, I measured how many strokes it took him to get across the pool. So depending on what skill we were doing, he wouldn't really remember, okay, this is freestyle, this is backstroke. He would remember how many strokes it took him to get across the pool. So I would tell the other kids, okay, freestyle, and then I would tell, you know, I don't want to say his name, so we'll just say little Freddie. I would tell little Freddie, okay, 12 strokes, and then he would know that was freestyle for him. So it's kind of a trip, you know, like, and that's something that I learned over time because I had to have that conversation with his mom, like, okay, he's not responding to me. How do I get through? And she was like, oh, he's very numerical. He likes to know, you know, how many it takes him to do something of something. Anyways, I'm rambling and my head is,
My scalp's so itchy.
You guys, I did my roots. Hey. Shout out Vic. He's bomb. He does my hair. But yeah, anyways, so I hope all those tips and tricks help you when dealing with difficult students or difficult people, or as I say, difficult moments, because we all can have those moments that are difficult. You know what I mean. Thanks for watching today. If you liked this video, please like and share it for me and turn on those notification bell. Thanks for watching today's Best Teacher Ever. If you liked this video, please share it and like below. Turn on that bell notifications so that you never miss any of my awesome content. And I will see you guys back here next Tuesday for more music teacher tips and tricks on our Best Teacher Ever series. Thanks again. Love and light.